Hi everyone, I'm Dr. Fatima and welcome to my channel. So today we'll be studying about the ventilator settings. You might know that in the TAS exam you will receive at least one question from the ventilator settings. It belongs to the respiratory system, of course, and it's not as complicated as we think. Before, I used to consider this really complicated, seeing all the readings and everything, but a friend of mine, Dr. Hina, taught me to the ventilator settings, so I will be sharing that with you today. And it's really not complicated. Once you go through this video, I'm sure you'll be able to crack the questions that comes from the ventilator settings. Okay, let's begin. So here are certain values that you need to actually mug up. This is the ventilator rate 60 to 80, fractional inspired oxygen 0.7 to 0.8, peak inspiratory pressure 18 to 20 centimeter, positive end expiratory pressure 3 to 5 centimeter of water, inspiratory time 0.3 to 0.5 seconds, partial pressure of carbon dioxide 4.6 to 6.4, oxygen, partial pressure of oxygen 8 to 12 centimeter, and pH 7.35 to 7.45. Okay, so you actually need to mug up all these values because in the TAS exam mostly they do provide the normal values of the electrolytes, hormone, whatever question comes, but in case of ventilator settings and for cardiac catheter they do not provide any normal values, so you will need to mug up these values. All right, okay, now let us see how to solve the question. So normally what will be the scenario is that you will be given a scenario of a preterm infant who is put on a ventilator, and then they will say you that they'll give you the ABG readings, okay, and they'll give you all the FiO2, PIPs, this much, all that readings they'll give you. Also they'll provide you the pH, basically the ABG reading. So first you got to look at the scenario and look at the pH first. It is acidic, is it acidic or basic? Okay, and then look for partial pressure of oxygen and carbon dioxide. Okay, so what happens is that you will look for it, and then if you first consider this. So if in the scenario if the oxygen is very low, so you gotta increase the oxygen. So what you do is you have to increase the fractional inspired oxygen, okay, FiO2. If the oxygen is very high, you have to decrease the FiO2. All right, and now we have the carbon dioxide. If the carbon dioxide is low, you decrease the ventilatory rate. In the scenario that is the ABG given, if the carbon dioxide is high, you increase the ventilatory rate. All right, okay. Now if both the carbon dioxide and oxygen are increasing or decreasing in the same direction. For example, in the first scenario, you can see that oxygen, partial pressure of oxygen is increased here, and also carbon dioxide is increased. When they are increasing or decreasing in the same direction, you will consider the PEEP, that is positive end expiratory pressure. So you will decrease the PEEP. Alright, and then we have in the second scenario both oxygen and carbon dioxide are reducing, that is in the same direction, so you will increase the PEEP. Alright, now we have the next one is that if both oxygen and carbon dioxide are increasing or decreasing in the opposite direction, that is if here you can see the oxygen is increasing, partial pressure of oxygen is increased in the scenario, and carbon dioxide is decreased, then you have to be concerned about the PIP, positive and peak inspiratory pressure, so you will decrease the PIP. All right, and similarly when there is decrease in oxygen, increase in carbon dioxide, you will increase the PIP. So this might you might find it very complicated at this time, but once you say this 2 or 3 times, discuss with a friend, it's going to be so easy. And there are certain topics that of course you need to revise like again and again, so this is one of those topics, but once you know these formulas, this value, it will be very smooth for you. Okay, let's move on. So I have taken this example of case number 37 from the clinical cases TAS book. It's 145 page number. So I was too lazy to write this scenario for you guys, sorry. So I will be reading the scenario. I have just written the ABG findings that were given in the question. Okay, so the scenario is you receive a neonate on a ventilator. You receive a handover from the D team about a 26 by 40 preterm infant weighing 1 kg who was born by emergency cesarean section due to antepartum hemorrhage. The mother received 1 dose of betamethasone An hour before the delivery, the baby was intubated in there and given 200 milligram per kg of surfactant and shows bilateral ground glass. The X-ray shows bilateral ground glass changes. He settled on SIMV mode, given morphine, and these are the current settings. So they have given the ventilatory rate 60 per minute, FiO2 60% inspired, PIP to 22 centimeter of water, PEEP is 6 centimeter, inspiratory time 0.6, 0.4, tidal volume 3.6. So these are the values that you just need to go through this book. Okay, this is just a question. Now the question comes here is they have given you certain options. It's the extended matching questions, and they have given you certain ABG, and you have to decide what are you going to do, what settings are you going to change. So the first one, okay, so in the first one we have the pH. The nurse has taken the ABG of the baby, and now the pH is 7.17, that is acidic. Carbon dioxide is 8.7, which is increased. Normal carbon dioxide is 4.6 to 6.4. Then we have oxygen, which is 8 to 12. Now oxygen is also decreased. Bicarbonate is normal, base excess is slightly increased. Okay, no worries. So we have to be concerned only about two things, oxygen and carbon dioxide. All right, because if these are corrected, eventually the pH will be corrected. So here we need to decrease the oxygen and decrease the carbon dioxide. Decrease the carbon dioxide and increase the oxygen. So when they are in opposite direction, here the carbon dioxide is increased and the oxygen is decreased. So okay, oxygen is decreased, so it's in opposite direction, right? So we consider the PIP, that is peak inspiratory pressure. So we have to increase the PIP. Okay, now we come to the second one. Here the pH is 7.25, carbon dioxide 6, which is normal, oxygen is 30, which is really high, massively high. Then we have bicarbonate 19, which is slightly low, and base excess 4. So we only have to be concerned about the oxygen and carbon dioxide. Since carbon dioxide is normal, we go to the oxygen. Oxygen is too high, so we have to decrease the FiO2 as per the formula in the previous page. Now the third scenario, it says that we have a normal pH, the carbon dioxide is low, the oxygen is normal. So what we have to do, only the carbon dioxide we are concerned about, so we have to decrease the ventilator rate. All right, so if you keep in mind the the formulas in the previous page, you will be able to solve any questions. Okay, now you have a scenario and they have given that you have to increase the PO2, that is partial pressure of oxygen of the PO2 is really low. So what do? You have to do this 4 things in order. As we learned, we have to increase the FiO2 first, yes. Second, we have to increase the PIP. Sorry, I missed it. My bad, I'm too poor with all this Microsoft things and stuff. Okay, so we have to increase the PIP, increase FiO2, increase inspiratory time, increase the positive and inspiratory pressure. So this everything we have to increase, but there is certain order, so you have to remember this order. Okay, so this is all about the ventilator settings. I hope this will really help you, and I promise you, if you solve this, it's going to be very, very easy. I'm really thankful to my friend Dr. Hina, who helped me crack this. And I was just flexing to my friends that, hey, I learned how to do the ventilator settings and I'll teach you guys. And I don't think so this is known by a lot of people, so I just wanted to share, and that's it. Do let me know your feedback, and if you like my video, subscribe to my channel and give a thumbs up and share with your friends. Thank you.